Hello and thank you for watching this ag forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, we'll get started with the satellite picture here on Monday morning, September 28th, looking at a cloudy start to the day for just about everyone, maybe a few peaks of sunshine to be found there across far southeastern Saskatchewan, maybe southwestern Manitoba, a couple peaks of sunshine there, but a pretty cloudy start to the day. It's going to be pretty cloudy, especially in the east as we head through the rest of the week as well. Now we've got some light precipitation falling kind of in this corridor here, along and north of Highway 16 from Grand Prairie, kind of north of Edmonton, north of Saskatoon, and then maybe some light precipitation, some mist making its way into southern Manitoba later today. Now this is really the pattern, one that's going to be a little bit problematic for harvest across the east. Now we should continue to see pretty favorable conditions across the west, talking about central and southern Alberta, southwestern portions of Saskatchewan, but kind of along and east of this line I have concerns, and especially across southern Manitoba here, where we're not going to stack up a lot in the way of total weekly precipitation, but we're going to keep this pattern kind of persistent, cool, cloudy, with some light precipitation chances just about each and every day. So again, we'll talk about that here as we go through the forecast, but a bit problematic as far as harvest goes across the east. Now we've got slightly warmer temperatures being brought in by a wave here in the jet stream, a little bit warmer across central and northern portions of Alberta, where temperatures are in the middle teens versus the middle to lower single digits elsewhere across the prairie. Now that warm-up is going to be short-lived in that area as we again continue to pump some cooler air into the prairie over the next 7 days. Now, I'll just hit play on the precipitation forecast from the high-resolution NAM model. And again, it's kind of along and east of this line that I have my concerns. And again, that's because we're keeping this chance for just like mist, light drizzle, persistent light showers across the region just about each and every day, along with those cool, cloudy skies when it's not raining. So what we end up with is a week that's not going to produce a lot in the way of total precipitation. This is looking starting now between now and Thursday afternoon, October 1st from the NAM model. And again, as we look at much of Alberta and the southern half of Saskatchewan, should be almost entirely dry, if not entirely dry. Harvest conditions continuing to be very favorable there. But then again, you head east of this line, northern portions of Saskatchewan, I know we get away from the ag belt there, but getting into the ag belt here across maybe east central portions of Saskatchewan, far southeastern Saskatchewan, but then really central and southern Manitoba, just kind of soggy and cool as we head through the next part of the week. So here's the ridging, this big wave across the Gulf of Alaska, blasting into British Columbia, a big trough across the central U.S. Between that, we've got this little area of ridging that's allowed some warmer temps to nose into Alberta here, but again, that is going to be short-lived. This big wave's going to rotate up and over the top of that ridge. We're just going to continue to send waves kind of just from northwest to southeast across the prairie over the next 10 days. This pattern just continues to reload. We dig a big trough in across the Great Lakes, the central U.S., we kind of reinforce the ridge across British Columbia, and then we just send another wave down there doing the exact same thing. Now again, as each of these waves comes up and over the top of that ridge and then dives down across the prairie into the central U.S., we continue to keep that train of Pacific moisture going. Again, not heavy, but persistent is the problem here as we head through harvest into the last days of September, the first few days of October. And again, it's this region that I just want you to focus on here as we will be drying out as we head through the rest of the day today. But then we'll watch another wave come over the top of this thing, bringing some light moisture to southern Alberta, central and southern Alberta as we get into the overnight tonight. We'll see another little lobe of that rotating back around, bringing some showers in as we get into the day on Wednesday. We'll continue to see light drizzle persisting into Wednesday night and probably seeing drizzle continue into Thursday. We don't have to wait long until another little wave comes diving out of the northwest here as we get into the day on Friday, bringing some more showers to central and southern Manitoba and maybe eastern portions of Saskatchewan as we go through Friday afternoon, evening, overnight, and maybe even into Saturday. Then we continue to see these showers rotating around that thing as we get into the day Saturday and then maybe even Saturday night. And then we can continue to take this a bit further. There's another wave coming out, bringing some showers into the region, potentially as we get into Sunday night and Monday. So, again, total precipitation this is another way to look at this. I'm showing you 24-hour precipitation. And so this is, for each point here, each little plot on this graph is a 24-hour accumulated precipitation. So the theme, or what I want to point out here, is again kind of along and east of this line as you look at central and southern Manitoba. As we head through the next week, we're pretty much just continuing to see light showers, light persistent moisture across the area. There's not really any periods here where we're drying out as we head through the next 7 days. So again, European model on the left, GFS on the right. I kind of tripped myself up there with that extra map. The point is, we're not going to see, flooding rains or catastrophic moisture here. Where the heavy rain is across northern portions of British Columbia, getting into coastal Alaska here, where we're seeing a lot of coastal precipitation, a lot of that moisture being wrung out by the terrain there. Much more moisture starved as these lows make their way over that ridge then and then dive into the Great Lakes. But a little bit of moisture there. It's going to just continue to keep us cool, cloudy, with light precipitation as we head through the rest of the week. Will be a little bit breezy at times as these systems make their way through the prairie as well. The most windy period here across the prairie appears to be Tuesday night into Wednesday, where we could see those winds gusting 50 to 65 kilometers per hour across Saskatchewan and southern portions of Manitoba. And then again, we'll be watching another shot of cool air, persistent shots of cool air as we head through the rest of the week. Looks like the coldest air settles across the prairie Thursday morning. So that's when we'll have our next chance for a freeze. You're looking at the probability of a freeze on the left, and then the operational run, overnight lows right now from the European. And again, you see really watching right now, it looks like west central and southwestern portions of Saskatchewan getting back into northern Alberta for some patchy freezing temperatures as we go through Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And then a potential to get those temperatures hovering around freezing a little bit further off to the east across Manitoba as we get into Friday morning. Not looking like we're going to be plunging super far below freezing right now, but again, flirting with that freeze mark Thursday and Friday. We can see that with the temperature forecast here. Again, remember the warm up in Calgary is short-lived, dropping back down to a high of 17 on Wednesday. Edmonton, you'll see those highs falling from 21 today to 14 tomorrow. So again, very short-lived warm up in that area. Regina, you'll be falling down to highs around 12, 11 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday. And look at that, -2, the current forecast morning temperature on Thursday. Same thing in Saskatoon. And then Winnipeg, it looks like you'll flirt with the freezing mark on Friday morning. So shots of cool air and then problematic light precipitation across the east, potentially slowing down the harvest there. Again, it's just going to be real tough to find an extended period of dry conditions across Manitoba and at times eastern portions of Saskatchewan. On the flip side, Alberta and western and central portions of Saskatchewan, looks like the green light will continue to be up, thumbs up, for a continuation of successful and favorable harvest weather conditions. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm sure you were working hard out there. Let me continue to be a resource for you. If you have questions, andrew.pritchard@nutrien.com. You have something you want me to talk about here, something that will be useful as we head into harvest. Otherwise, have a great Monday, a wonderful start to your week. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday morning.